Hi, thank you for clicking on this video. This is just a quick preface to let you know that this video features Colin Kaepernick pretty heavily, but the main issue about Colin Kaepernick is not featured in this video at all. That's because we shot it several months ago, before anything happened with kneeling for the national anthem. We know this is a big issue. We support him in his right to do that. It's not present in this video at all. In fact, we make fun of him, so...
Dominator.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Lowest Common Dominator, the only show brave enough to dive into the murky depths of pop culture, much like Kevin Costner in Waterworld, and rise again to the surface with, well, dirt, but like dirt I'm gonna try and convince you is valuable. I'm your host and mariner, Soren Bowie, and I'm keeping it casual in this crescent chair. It's a new show. We haven't really found our stride yet. This elbow thing I'm doing is a regret I'm having. Fire up the wheel! This, of course, is the Wheel of Low Culture. It will give us our topic of the day, and if we just give it a quick spin, we will see that... Draft Day, that's a Kevin Costner movie. Spooky. Also a real event, probably what it meant. Bicep-kissing athletes. Gross. Now, even if you only have a passing understanding of sports, you should at least know that professional athletes are, at any given moment, 100% down with pausing the game to congratulate themselves on how awesome they're playing. After any touchdown, goal, contested basket, and occasionally even a long putt, athletes will do a fist pump, maybe a little salsa, even some sexual thrusting into the ether, humping nothing in particular, mind you, just the general concept of sports in heaven. I love you, Von Miller. Please don't ever change. But arguably the most self-obsessed, narcissistic Patrick Bateman-ish celebration an athlete can muster is cocking their arm out at a 90-degree angle and then sharing an intimate Nicholas Sparks moment with their own muscle. What's worse, the bicep kiss has transcended any individual sport. LeBron James, Johnny Manziel, Olympian Gary Hall Jr., Meta World Peace, 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick, they're all avid fans of their own arms. Of course, Kaepernick has since claimed that he's actually just kissing his tattoo on his bicep instead of the muscle, but considering he's tried to patent the move as Kaepernicking, and the fact that he flexes when he does it, and that he chose his bicep for the ink in the first place, suggests that that whole argument is just bullshit. Now, for most of us, this move is infuriating because it's so egregiously arrogant. But for anyone who's taken a basic level kinesiology class, it's also confusing. Here's why.
Science.
The major muscles in the upper body can be broken down into two different groups. There's the pushing muscles and pulling muscles. And it's the former that are the stars of most contact sports. Throwing and shooting, they require strong deltoids. You need strong triceps for power and the follow-through, lats for stabilization, and a solid core because so much of every throw or stiff arm or push-off comes from the hips. Even running and shedding defenders takes a tremendous amount of pectoral strength. All of this is to say that the only muscle group in the upper body that doesn't have shit to do with any of this is the bicep. So why celebrate it in the first place? Granted, convenience probably has a lot to do with it. It would be strange if Meta World Peace or Colin Kaepernick hunched down and kissed their own thighs. And the biceps were already a symbol of human strength in pop culture long before any of these athletes were even born. Rosie the Riveter, Arm and Hammer, any kid that you ask to flex, it's always been more of a figurehead muscle anyway. So then the question is, how did one of the smallest muscle groups ever get that status in the first place? Fortunately, the answer is also the saving grace of those dirty Kaepernickers the world over. Kaepernickers. I just want to be clear that I don't. Anyway, here's why the bicep kiss matters. As we learned earlier, biceps are exclusively pulling muscles, which means we use them to get closer to objects rather than pushing them away. So maybe we celebrate it because human strength is not instinctually measured by pushing people down, but by pulling them up. Maybe strength isn't about hitting people, but holding them close. Maybe we all inherently believe that toughness has less to do with power than with how we use that power to connect with someone else. Now, with that in mind, that athlete that you and I both agree that we hate isn't just kissing himself in celebration of his single-handed dominance and rockin' bod. Maybe he chose that muscle group on purpose to honor the connection to the people around him, to his team, to the fans, and more importantly, his commitment to do whatever he can to lift them up at every opportunity, just like they would for him. Ooh, goosebumps, right? They're like sports Jesuses. Jeez, I don't know, maybe they're just dickheads. That's the show. Please join me next time when, budget allowing, I'll have maybe like a hammock. I want to thank you all for watching, but instead, I think it's only fitting that I offer you this. That's for you. You know what it means. Cracked. Hi everybody, thank you for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe, obviously. Also, if you have ideas for other dregs of low culture that you want me to defend, please put them in the comments. I'm happy to look at them. Also, if you have like a desk at home and you know like a service that would ship that kind of thing, please send it to me. A lot of the money just goes to OPCD, I'm gonna be honest.